this leads us into the next part of like you're going through, because obviously this was just a crazy experience. So now you're going through all this PTSD slash demonic torment. You're living like this for so long, the fear of death, panic attacks, living with this boyfriend. So tell us like the next part of how you finally encountered God and what that was like.
Yeah, so just another day, like any other day, me getting up and just dreading, honestly, the day, dreading the day. And I just wanted to find peace. And I just decided I'm going to go in the shower. Everyone likes to run away to the shower when they just want to get away from things or people. And so that's what I did. And I put on some like slow music, I don't know, meditation music, whatever I could find that could just soothe me. Um, and I put it on and I got in the shower and I closed my eyes and I was just trying to focus on peace. Like that was my main focus was peace. And eventually I just started to notice my breathing was getting really, really heavy. But I didn't open my eyes for whatever reason. Like my head was like all the way back. Like I was just like anatomical position, right? Just like standing like this, my head all the way back. And I was just breathing really hard. And I was like, hey, that's weird. Like I'm aware of what's happening to my body right now, but I don't know why that's happening. Um, and then I started to notice while my eyes were closed, like a super bright light coming towards me in the spiritual. I was having a supernatural experience. And the closer it got, like the harder my breathing got, right? The crazier my breathing got. And I think it's just because the glory is too much for our like our bodies to handle. And so yeah, and I started to see maybe just like my spiritual body was like spinning and spinning and spinning in this light. And then I got to like a very high peak and I just saw like huge wings come out of my body. And then I heard God actually call me out by my name. And then in that moment, it kind of like took me out of the experience, opened my eyes and I'm like, I just heard my name. Like, I know I heard that. And, yeah, I kind of came out of it and I was just standing there and I knew it was Jesus because that was the first thing that came to my mind, especially hearing his voice. I was like, I mean, come on, and like, um, yeah, again, I was not like seeking God. I was not seeking like Jesus, and he was not on my mind ever, but I was seeking peace. And he says that he is the Prince of Peace. Like that is who he is. And so ultimately I kind of was seeking him. I just didn't know it.
Yes. Yeah.
And yeah, in that moment, I was like touching my body like a movie. I'm like, where is my anxiety? Like, where is my depression? Like, where is my everything? And I just think of that scripture, like, death, like, where's your sting? Like, that is how I felt. And I was like laughing and smiling for the first time, like, genuinely, like in the shower by myself, just like feeling like I was kind of crazy, to be honest. But I was just like, wow, this is honestly insane. I was like, what am I going to tell like my boyfriend when I get out of the shower right now? Like, what do I do?
What just happened?
Yeah, like I feel so like okay, I went through this other supernatural thing. He probably already thinks I'm crazy for that, and now I got to talk about this. Like, I don't know. So I got out, and I was just so happy. I just felt brand new, honestly. And I remember texting my grandma, I met Jesus. I met Jesus in the shower. I actually texted like an old friend, like that I hadn't talked to in years, that I met Jesus, and she was like, "What?" Like, and then I was like, "Oh wait, I got to be careful because not everyone knows like who Jesus is or even believes." So yeah, that's ever since then, ever since that day, my anxiety, like my demonic torment, everything was gone. I had never experienced it ever again.